What happened?
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. And go. My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul. Oh, it echoes in my soul. My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high.
Hi, everybody. What's happening?
Well, hello there.
Hey.
Where's
Hey,
Emmy?
Cheese.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. Excuse me.
I know, that is a
I've got
really
this
good
new
song, right, Soulflow Mama?
microphone,
I
so
found
hopefully
it
you guys can hear
online.
me better.
Oh, say it again. Hello?
I do see your new avatar, SoFlo, but I can't tell what it is.
It's a see you next
I'm afraid to
Tuesday,
push any buttons too. I don't want to screw up my stream here.
because Soulflow Mama's the
Um,
new see
I don't
you
know where
next
Emmy is, and she's
Tuesday.
in control, so we could be in trouble. What's
Who's
up,
in
Cheese?
control?
Amac, Thor, Nicole. Everybody's here. Cool.
Yeah.
I see you now, SoFlo. That's funny.
Yes. Sinner, well,
Gamma
Sourpuss.
Mimi, hello. I don't think I've recognized the name. Good to have you here.
Oh,
Do I sound
yeah.
better today? I
I
got
can
this cheap
hear
little
him.
headphone mic. Hopefully, it works better.
Actually, hold on. Hold on. We're going to do a poll. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I hear that old Bertha loves SoFlo.
Oh,
I'm not sure what
SoFlo
to do
took
here,
the
guys.
top
I
spot.
don't know where Emmy is.
Can you not hear
Let
me?
me try to text her.
Oh no, we're having issues.
Yeah, I can't hear Emmy, so maybe I have to get rid of this headset. All right, give me a second. Back.
It literally just worked. We tested it out ahead of time. Oh, he'll be back. All right, so we're going to do a poll. So you all can hear Sinner, but he can't hear me. So I wondered why I kept talking over him. He didn't realize I was talking. Oh, you can you can hear us both, but Sinner can't hear me. Yeah, so I can hear him though. So I kept saying, "Say it again," and then he would like talk, and then I would talk, and I'm like, "Oh no." Oh no, Julie, you still can't see polls. What is going on? The poll is can you hear Sourpuss?
Can you guys hear me now?
I
I'm
can
not
hear
without.
you.
I'm not without the mic, so
Oh,
much
you're
for the.
without the mic.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't hear shit. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so let me see what my volume is at right now.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I mean, I had everything else muted, so I wouldn't echo like a maniac. Can you hear me now?
Okay, well now the poll may not be a good poll because they could hear you when we started and now
Oh great.
that was fun. I know. I was saying like I was talking and then I kept talking over you and I was like and I
My
thought
bad.
maybe I was like, can he not hear me?
Oh god, everyone's gonna think I'm drunk again. I'm sober, guys. Trust me. I no one in chat was telling me, they were just going on, so I was just like, do do do.
So can you hear Sourpuss even without Listen, we had it
Get
together before
together.
the live.
We did. We
We
were. It worked perfectly.
yeah,
We made sure to check it. I mean, oh
yeah,
well.
we were actually here early to make sure it worked. Wait, they are both yes, we are both SP, Sweetie Pie and Sourpuss. Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, good, Thor. You can hear both of us fine. Perfect.
Awesome.
Ah,
Sweet.
so flow. Yes, both are loud and clear. Now let's talk some shit.
I
Well,
guess that's why everyone's here, I suppose.
so I
Um,
did hear something today. I haven't watched all of Betty's first live from today, or not the first one, I watched some of the second one, and she had said that she has a 2-year degree and that she was so fantastical at getting a 2-year degree that she didn't have to go for a 4-year degree.
Wow.
I know, right?
How much does that cost?
I was like, "Wow."
I mean,
Usually
that must be very expensive to purchase a 4-year degree in 2 years.
yeah, I mean,
In what? Like underwater fucking basket weaving or what? I mean, she doesn't have any skills that I've seen.
her I guess paralegal. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know where it was, I just was like I was like because SoFlo and AMAC were, like, keeping me up to date today at work, and so when I got home, I just kinda was clicking through, and that's where I ended up where she was talking about she had a 2-year degree. Actually, I can look at let me see if she has the transcript up
for
because it was
some
really funny.
reason, I just don't believe her. I mean, wouldn't I guess I don't know. She's a she's a tough nut to crack, that's for sure. Although Morbid seems to have been able to crack that code, huh? I think
Yeah,
it's just weird.
seems seems
Those
so.
those people are fucking dancing with the dark arts over there. Um, yeah. So what is going on in the
And
YouTube world?
I have no idea. I haven't even caught up. I mean, I'm, like, still behind from before.
Yeah, I haven't really been watching too much of anything. Uh, since our last live, it's been a fucking disaster. People are just, well, you can see how they are. They're just despicable. In particular, B Tim and Boston Nick. Uh, they need to learn how to get their facts straight because they basically critiqued Emmy and I's live, and they made up all kinds of wild stories instead of just saying what it was. Those two punks, they should be ashamed of themselves. That's what, I'll say that.
Yeah, and I actually even, Laura was on Granny's Watching, I think yesterday, and I haven't even watched that whole thing, but Laura had said during my live Thursday night that I changed my story. And so, of course, I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I didn't."
Oh,
So I to
they
our
were
live again, and I didn't change anything.
no.
So,
I figured out what goes on over there on that shitty little panel is they want to drag everyone down to where they are, and you're just way too cool for that. It frustrates them.
yeah, and I did hear she's mad at JLR, but I haven't gotten to see I only saw a small clip from No Wire Hangers where she was saying that he wouldn't even say hi to her outside the courtroom today.
I saw that. I did see that. I always watch no wire hanger stuff. But it was again about that panel channel. They were critiquing us, right? And they had a point. I was drunk and I was an asshole, but they were just grossly misquoting me. I mean, they had it all wrong. It was the cutest thing ever. And then and then old Queen comes stomping into the conversation, offering you Emmy like motherly advice about who you hang around. In
Oh, I
their
don't
right
know if I
fucking
heard that.
who in their right mind would take advice from that slag? You got to be kidding me. That
So
would be the worst.
I only heard Queen offer me a link, and I was like, "I am not taking a link on anyone's panel." If I've
Yeah,
learned
fuck all of them.
anything, it's do not
Yeah,
go on a panel
they're all
unless it's
trying
your own.
they're all trying to stock their fucking stuffing, or sorry, stuff their stockings. That's all they're doing. The amount of
Oh my
money that
god.
people paid Queen Bee the other night, I literally got physically nauseous because I thought about how many people could have been helped with that money. How many families could have got like a fucking full dinner and like their rent paid? It's just despicable.
And Lisa says that Betty and JLR were literally the only two people out there today. Well, I did hear
Christian.
her mention Court TV showed up, so maybe Court TV wasn't reporting outside. It looked like it was cold. I wouldn't be standing out in the cold. Heck
Yeah.
no. I mean, Court TV, they probably just got there and then went right into the courthouse. Oh, yes, they also wanted to FOIA my police report because they thought I was lying. If
Yeah,
if I say
Pamela.
I did
Pamela.
something, I did it.
Pamela. Yeah, well, Pamela is speaking for Queen Bee. That's a dangerous thing to do, Pamela. I wouldn't recommend it. I listened to it with my own fucking ears, so maybe you should go back and give it a little gander.
She wasn't in what?
I don't know what that person's talking about. They're trying to dispel what I just listened to yesterday with my own ears.
Yeah, I don't understand what that means. She said to her panel she wasn't in it. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I saw No Wire Hangers posted pictures of JLR in the courtroom without his hat on. And it's something like, oh no, he won't be recognized without his media hat.
How will he remember what his job is without that?
I know.
So
Well,
yeah.
that's what. Yeah. I
Mm,
mean, but he
so-
got in and Betty didn't. I want to know why.
Haley Hopes, I'm not saying that you should not to support whoever you want, but I'm saying why is nobody fucking supporting their neighbor? You know, they're supporting a fucking stranger in a lawsuit who's an asshole. It's just weird to me, especially around the holidays. My grandmother raised me when we were poor, so I know like how far a dollar can stretch. It's absolutely ridiculous what's being pulled off over there. It makes me embarrassed for people.
Oh, he had his media sweatshirt on. Gotcha. And Marcy said you just have to find the guy that doesn't blink to find him.
It is interesting that he and Betty are no longer in cahoots, huh?
Oh, I know. Well, I had a feeling because she's been throwing shade JLR's way for a while. I think really since Danilo Cavalcante. And because that's like when he hit 100,000 subscribers, he had like tens of thousands of views, like just like, I mean, he's a
Yeah, I mean,
scuzzball, but he did a really good job on it.
I mean, he was one of the only people out there. It was him and Nick the Hat, right?
Yeah, Nick the Hat came out I think a little bit later.
They were sort of competing
And
with one another.
yeah, and I know like I've heard her once throw shade at JLR's girlfriend, but apparently she did it again today.
That's just ridiculous.
Hey,
I
girl
mean,
from Issaquah.
it's strange to me. It sounded like, you know, from No Wire's video, it seemed to me like just straight up jealousy, right? Like a woman scorn.
Yeah, and especially since he got in the courtroom and she didn't.
Yeah. Strange.
And
And he
I
probably,
haven't watched her, but if anybody did watch her, did she say why she didn't get in the courtroom?
I don't know, but I'm certain he could have helped her if he wanted to. I mean, he's the guy. He gets to where he's going. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, like, honestly, does he keep track of his miles? Because he really gets anywhere he needs to be quickly.
Yeah, he does. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
and
travel
so
not
like
not with
boots on the
that.
ground, like he, you know, he does what he says he's gonna do. Like he goes everywhere.
Yep. Oh, good. Sunnyside made it. Hey, Sunnyside.
Hey, Sunnyside.
They missed
Oh,
your
you didn't
live.
see her yet, Kathy? Yeah, I only watched a little tiny bit. And I just got a lot of the the scoop from AMAC and SoFlo are keeping me updated today.
Yeah, I've kind of been out of it. I forced myself to watch football all day on Sunday. Didn't watch any of the bullshit. Um, yeah, and then I gave in and started watching. People just fucking hate me. That's fine. They have me wrong, but that's fine. At least I know where they stand. It's better than pretending they like me and then stab me in the back. But again, I hate to keep bringing that little weasel up, but B Tim, man, I hope you hear this. You should really watch your mouth. You don't fucking know me, dude. I don't give a fuck if Queen's gonna protect you or not. Like, I'll just every time you talk shit, I'll clack back. What you want.
Well,
But I
clapping
tell you,
back is fun.
well, the thing is, and this is what he wants to hear. He would never fucking say that to my face, ever. None of them would. They're little fucking armchair heroes. Where I'm from, they're called Mark Ass Busters.
Mark, like MARK.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not a term of endearment.
Melissa, today, Alec Murdoch was in court for his financial crimes. So Betty drove up to, I think it's North Carolina, Colleton County, and was outside the courthouse streaming live. And JLR was also there, but JLR apparently paid her no mind. Didn't even say hello.
A small part of me loves that. Well, he's smart. I mean, that's good for his brand to not fuck with someone that's so dangerous and off their rocker.
Especially lately.
Geez, I haven't seen your video about Tiny Tim. It is Christmas time. I wonder if he has a little crutch, little Tiny Tim. Is a special
And
little
actually, Cheese, I'm going to make you blue. If you want to drop your channel.
Cheese. Is that a video you made about Tiny Tim on your channel?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Well, he's blue now, so if he needs to, he can
Okay.
drop it. Is it possible that JLR has legit press passes and BHBs have been totally yanked? So JLR is part of a media, some type of media company. I don't remember what the name of it is, but I don't know if it's, I mean, I think it's legitimate. I don't really know. But I do know that BHBs have been printed from a printer.
AMAC just crushed comment of the day. Blue cheese.
Mac, you commented in her chat that you couldn't concentrate with her chomping.
Oh, was she eating?
I guess she was eating chips the whole time, somebody said.
Total pro. She's a pro.
Did you get blocked, AMAC?
Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
been watching
Buford.
too much.
Okay.
I
Streaming and
I
eating.
go from not knowing anything that's going on to getting like 30 direct messages telling me they're talking about you. They're talking. Look, I know they're talking about me, guys. I'm trying not to give a fuck about it. So messaging me, telling me that.
Well,
Just,
and I even said to
believe it.
Sourpuss.
Just believe someone else has already told me. I already know. Sorry, good.
Oh no, I said to Sourpuss, I'm like, I don't have to say a word. Everyone's talking about me and what happened, and people are just, the truth is gonna come out. And I did get an interesting email today that I didn't read. I wasn't gonna read it because honestly, I don't care what this person has to say.
Yeah.
However, I did forward it to Sourpuss, and so he read it.
It's interesting. It's interesting. I think
Um,
for me, the most interesting line in it read something like, "I'd like to shake you until you listen to me." That sounds like some real stuff. That
um,
sounds like some real stalker shit to me. But
that would be interesting because I'm 5'8", and I think that person is pretty short. At least I think they are. Maybe like 5 foot, 5'2". So, I mean, you could try to shake me, but maybe shake my leg? I don't know. I don't know. Um,
Jenny Junk Journal book lover. I wouldn't. I'm not sure what that's in. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. And
oh,
I'm
wouldn't
really
read it maybe? Not read the email?
oh yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, there's no need for you to read it. For me, it was clear. This is what it was. I mean, it's not even my opinion. It's just
Oh,
what it is.
perfect cheese.
She's
All right, so I'll take your wrench away now.
she
But this way I can get your link.
she's basically denying any involvement whatsoever. But her words are just strange as hell. Like she goes like from almost like a threatening
Oh,
tone to like a giddy tone. It's just all over the place, and it's all one sentence. I mean, it looks like a fucking ransom note.
did you see Amax comment? Can we get a dramatic reading of the email, sourpuss?
Um, I don't want to read that shit to you guys. You don't want. You're not missing anything.
Oh, she said just kidding. I was gonna say, Amac, if you want to come up and do a dramatic reading, feel
Yeah,
free.
AMAC has a much better voice than me.
Oh, Sunnyside, it's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I do have some commentary on all of us just for a second, and I'm one of us. I'm guilty of it as well. And I guess you don't realize how guilty of it you are until it's someone that you care about. Amy's my friend, so when she's in trouble, I get crazy about it. I own that. But to misrepresent my character and even the words that I said, like they did on Queen Bee's panel, is just unacceptable. I mean, I know you guys aren't suckers. I just pay attention. It's what they do. Um, and I have no problem. Can't even believe I have to fucking say this, but I have no problem with women. I mean, if I have to, I could just have a live with all my exes. I'm friends with most of them, and then they can
That would be
explain.
fun.
But I'm not Howard Stern. I'm not like I don't want to involve good people. I don't want to have to prove using good people. I don't want them to have anything to do with this world. This is the
Yeah, I think
pretty
we all
open.
do, Kelsey, like that, like that protective mode. And that's why I
Yeah,
was like, even with the email that I got today from that person, I I don't want to I don't care what they have to say because they've said enough and they continue to dox people and
yeah,
do
just this
this fuck
morning.
shit.
Yeah. Well, here was my problem. Like with aside from having too many drinks and have being called onto an unprompted live, I wasn't prepared for it, and I was getting all the information about what was happening in the hour or two leading up to us going live. So I was fucking red hot, and if I offended anyone, I apologize. But those people got me wrong over there on Queen Bee's little grift show. Like they think it's cute to just sit there and talk their dumb shit. With her, she's got this voice like she brushes her teeth with fireworks. It's not cool, lady. So I do have a problem with that woman. To be clear, not all women. There's a huge distinction in my opinion. I respect respectable people.
So Bama, yes, it did. His live did get taken down. However, based on what I heard, he was able to download it and he will be editing it so that he can repost the interview with Betty and the rest of his stream.
Johnson is putting it on her channel for him.
Oh, okay.
I
Jones
mean,
and is okay.
yeah,
Yes, I did see that, Lynn, that he got another strike from May Noodles. And I mean, I commend her because when you do fuck shit, you're gonna get fuck shit back. Like, don't do stuff like that.
yeah, it's unacceptable. I mean, and also I was getting increasingly mad during that live with people in chat, which is never a good thing to do. It wasn't my channel, so to Emmy, I owe an apology for that. I perceived people as getting just nothing but entertainment from my friend potentially being in physical danger. and everybody wanted to play it down and make jokes. And instead of asking if she was okay, which many people were, but there were some real pricks in there questioning whether what she was saying was true. She doesn't. What makes you think she would lie to you? I mean, she's not like those people. She's not part of that hive. She's not with Laura. She's her own independent person who happens to be a really good person. So,
And why would I lie about that stuff?
well, that's
Like,
what they want. Like I said, they want to drag you down to their little sludgy level. And unfortunately for them, that's not the type of person you are. So,
yeah,
they
and I mean, they say receipts, receipts. I'm not going to show private
platform.
messages. I'm
That's
not
what
going
that's what they
to
want you to do. They want you to be in the
I
muck
know,
with
and I'm
them.
not going to. I'm not gonna show like, if you wanna FOIA my police report, go the fuck ahead.
Yeah.
Um, while you're at it, FOIA the one on Bullhorn Betty too, because there's also one on her, which is probably a lot more interesting considering they did see some of her Emmy award winning performances.
SoFlo,
Um,
I'm not going to say that because they'll just come at me again. But I agree with you, SoFlo.
Burning Angel, you are allowed 3 strikes until you are gone.
The thing is, too, the people that are coming to me the hardest, obviously, you know, they already didn't like me, and it's part of the problem is you're impenetrable because you're that good of a person. So they're gonna hit me. That's what they do, and they're gonna try to break up our YouTube union here. Like they get off on that, interjecting themselves in other people's existence. Whereas you just like to report what's happening, and then you know continue to expose Betty's shenanigans. I mean, they couldn't do what you do. They don't have any substance. I mean, you got a lot of cigarettes, but they don't have any. There's no real quality to the garbage that they produce for hours at a time. It's pathetic. And everyone
And
just sits over there and gives uh, Queen Bee a metaphorical hand job and tells her she's the greatest person in the world. So much so that she actually fucking believes it. It's wild.
and just an FYI, one of my other privacy complaints on another creator has gone to YouTube's legal team for review. So, for those creators who continue to dox me, keep doing it because I will keep submitting privacy claims.
Yeah. I mean,
Um, and so Julie, I wanted to read Julie's comment. So Julie had said, "Your tone, meaning me, said it all for me. I know what you normally sound like. I also had a feeling Sinner was drunk because it was a holiday. I had drank all day myself and he wasn't planning on going live." Yeah, none of us, well, neither of us were. Like
yeah, but
I was playing a game. Like we were doing words on stream and would you rather.
yeah, and
So,
those grifting pundits over there, those wannabe newscasters, um, they don't like me. That's cool, but they don't get to say whatever the fuck they want about me. I mean, Tiny Tim went on for like it was almost a whole hour, and of course it's his show because Queen's taking a shit half the time, or I don't know what she's doing with her dogs, but she just puts on autopilot, and little Timmy goes out there and does all the work for her. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, that's Sinner. He hates women, doesn't he? He's got a real problem. Fuck you, little buddy. I'll say it one more time. You would never say that to my face, ever. I promise you that.
hey, Spitfire. So I don't know, Sourpuss, if you want to open the panel, if we want people to come up and just hang out.
Yeah, whatever you may do.
Well, I mean, it's up to you too. I mean, I will put the link.
I just wanted to be very clear where I stand with their Tiny Tim boy over there, because well, he's got a big mouth for a little boy.
And maybe we can get SoFlo Mama to come up and tell us about her new reigning title as a See You Next Tuesday. She stole the title from me. I'm so sad. Kelsey, to clarify, Queen is not involved in what Betty did to me
No, not at all. She's just involved with being a
or what
loud mouth
Aileen did, and I did tell
asshole.
I went to Queen's live, and I did say it in the chat for the record. Queen Bee has nothing to do with what Bullhorn Betty and Jersey have done to me. So, I
No, I
don't
mean,
know how Laura is putting a spin on it that Queen Bee does. She
yeah.
does
Well,
not have anything to do
those
with
two,
this.
once again, those two, Laura and Queen Bee, like they hate each other. They've got a long sordid history. Not nobody fucking cares. It's just lame. It's just so lame. Like, fuck. Some days I agree with Laura. Other days I'm like, this woman's out of her mind. So I don't watch very often. I end up
And
watching
actually,
Queen Bee so much because she can't stop fucking obsessing over me. I think she's trying to blow me, weirdo. No, thank
um,
you. I like educated women.
and let me just my last statement, let me edit a little bit, amend it, actually, I'm gonna amend it. It has nothing to do with Queen Bee, it has everything to do with Bullhorn Betty, Jersey, and Blank Screen. That is
Yeah.
it. And to be
Yeah.
honest, I was highly disappointed and felt a million times betrayed by what happened.
I'm actually kind of
And
speechless with blank screen
I
right
don't
now.
care who asks you what my name is, so you can hunt me down. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that in itself is a threat. So, I mean, that's one good thing I got to see that because that's being added to my file. And
Yeah.
now that Jersey sent this long ass winded email saying that she wants to shake me down or whatever the frick she said, because again, I didn't
It was
read it because I don't really
it was
fucking care.
it was all one sentence. You're not missing anything.
Oh, it was
But I
all
mean,
one sentence?
oh, it looked like she was having a series of mini strokes while she was writing it. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like it was in all caps part of it, and then it was all lowercase, and then it was sort of. It almost looked like looking at a crossword puzzle before you do any, or like a word search before you circle anything. What it looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty bad. Or a ransom note. It kind of looked like a ransom note. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's no way it's a mistake. I'm sorry. If
sorry,
somebody
guys.
asks me what is Sourpuss's name in city and state, and I tell them, that's not a mistake. That's a deliberate, like, you deliberately have to type that.
Yeah, who would? Well, I mean, let's just be very clear. Specifically in blank screen situation, it was the information, and then it was a like a half a sentence, like an agreement not to talk about him giving
Mhm.
it to him. So you can't accidentally give somebody something and say, "Oh, that's between us." It was something. We got the screenshots. I'm paraphrasing, but it was clear that it was no accident. And him trying to explain to me and Emmy that it was an accident is it's disrespectful. It's offensive. So I mean, I'm really just like Emmy. I really like Blank Screen a lot. I'm just real fucking disappointed that he would sell one of my friends out at
Yeah,
all for
disappointed,
any
I think,
reason.
is
I mean, not only by even if it was an accident, then still fucking shitty because you're not protecting someone who considers you a friend of some sort. You're not protecting them. You're working against them, regardless of how you feel. Blank screen. You're not working for. You're not helping. It's
Kelsey, no
frustrating,
worries.
man.
If you have questions, you can ask. I am gonna go live tomorrow on my own channel. I just, there's just so much to go through, and I wanna make sure that I have all of the clips that I want together
Spitfire says,
because there's been a lot said.
sorry. So Queen P saying screen being forgiven isn't true. Look, fucking sloppy ass Queen Bee can't speak for anybody but herself. All she does is turn on her computer and sit there and talk shit about whatever's going on that day. It's pathetic. She doesn't know anything about forgiveness, who's been forgiven. She got no information on this shit. She's locked out. She's not invited. So she can keep on talking about it. She's just misinformed.
Yeah,
Always.
Blank Screen has not been forgiven. So let's get that straight right now.
He hasn't
I
apologized. So how can you forgive someone who's standing by what they did?
I mean, he has said it was a mistake, but I can't believe it was a mistake when it was that blatantly done.
She,
And
she said it right there. Um, B Tim runs that show, and Queen Bee just pimps his ass out. I mean, if that's your like representation of a man on your panel channel, you're fucking exactly what I think you are. He's a little bitch.
yeah, and then oops, I forgot to cover up your pictures.
Yeah, that's the thing because I think that was done out of spite because I was reacting viscerally to him posting or sharing your information with Jersey. I didn't like that, so I'm not mousy. I asked to speak with him. I spoke with him, and he's like, "Whoopsies." I left the conversation confused. He just slithered out of it. Like, you know, for me, it's not beyond repair. Like I said, I like the guy. I want to know why he would do that. I know it wasn't an accident. It's clearly not an accident. I just want to know why. And this was in
Yes,
September. This was way back in September that this occurred. So we've
yes,
been
chili
trusting this
peanuts.
guy, and I don't know. It's just upsetting, really, genuinely.
And
But
that's
he's
the
got
thing, Go
he's
Bulldogs,
got
I
but
agree.
also to be fair, he's got my number. I'm willing to listen. But as far as Queen Bee saying anyone's forgiven, she should just mind her own fucking business. Oh wait, she doesn't have any.
Oh, Chrissy, that I was kind of aggravated with that too when Blank said he was being interrupted. I was also
Yeah,
sending
it's
him
absolute
emails
bullshit.
saying, "What the heck? Like, why are you showing my pictures?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't share private messages, but I was doing the same thing.
So,
Like, what
True
the fuck are you doing?
Jedi, Blank Screen told Aileen, well, let me scratch that. Told Jersey, no place for hate. Um, my name, my town, my state, and then said, "Keep this between us."
That's
Also
not the.
said, "My record is clean."
Go ahead and have a look at that screenshot again. That way I don't want you to misquote him because it didn't say keep this between us. It was some other wordage. I just can't remember how it went. Because
Yeah,
the second these cocksuckers they're gonna be clipping you saying, trying to corner you.
and
Like
I
they're
don't
just
have the screenshot. I have it somewhere, but I don't have time to look for it right now.
okay.
But
Well,
whatever,
I'll put it in the
Blank
comments
Screen
afterwards.
Blank Screen told Jersey who I was, where I lived,
For
and then
why?
also said her record is clean.
Well, see the logic behind why he did it. He just couldn't. I couldn't pin him down on it. He was too slippery. I got to be honest. He's a I think part of the problem was that I have trusted him and I do like him. You know what I mean? So it was more complex than just like sending Queen Bee a fuck you direct message. It was nothing like that because I was and am still like confused about what exactly the goal was. Now there was
Wow.
there was a possibility that Jersey already knew this. So this is what he's saying. She already knew. She already knew. Well, if she already knew, why does she need to know again?
Yeah, and why does she
I
need to
mean,
know at all?
well, if she already knew, then what's the message for?
Yeah,
It's
and
like
Haley Hopes, I don't know who said that I was in a chat defending Blank Screen. Now, okay, let me back up a
I
little bit.
I was
Let me
not.
back up a little bit. I may have been defending Blank Screen when this first started, But when I saw the text message between himself and Jersey, and I found out that Blank Screen is who told her my full name and where I lived, that was game over for me. So, yes, at one point, it was all about Jersey and what she was doing. But when she released those private conversations or private texts and I saw how it really was, I was mad at both of them. Not
Yeah,
just Jersey, both of them.
rightfully so. And it's just, it's almost like I feel like a sucker for having confidence in the situation, because I always considered him the guy that if I was having some trouble, I could go to, and he knows how to work around things. He knows how to get shit done. That's just a fact, and it's a great trait to have. I just don't understand what his game is.
Well, and Betty put, well, not Betty, but Jersey put out all of his information again in Betty's chat this morning.
That's fucking disgusting, man.
She called where he works. She doxed
What?
where he works. She said she was on her way to some place this morning.
Well, see, that's the
Um,
thing. Like, I can be too minded and like still feel terrible that that's happening to him and be pissed off
oh
at
yeah.
the same
I
time.
mean,
Just to be clear,
just
I'm not
because
I'm
I
not
don't
celebrating any of that happening to him because nobody
know.
should have that happen. I'm tired of everyone trying to fucking normalize this shit. It's not normal to search around people's hometowns for their names and their jobs and shit. It's not. It's fucking unhealthy. It's unhealthy for everyone involved. It's not cute. I don't care who's live giggling about it. I don't mean to sound preachy, but like just what I saw in the last week is just fucking unbelievable to me.
No, AMAC, definitely not. And I'm actually going to remove your comment because we don't
Damn it, I didn't see it.
um promote that. That's actually against TOS. Just an FYI.
Be good. I'm supposed to be the maniac here. So yeah, I mean, other than that, like it's been wild to me seeing. I've been around long enough now, over a year. I've been around long enough to see where people slither around, and it's wild to see people in one channel and then go to the exact like conflicting story channel and they support in there. It's some of these people are just never offline, you know.
And so Lisa, interesting fun fact, Blank is not who got the pictures of me. Jersey is.
Yeah.
Jersey is the one who found my pictures. And how do I know that? Because Jersey sent them to Bash. Bash sent them to me.
You look great in the photos anyway, so they can fucking suck it.
The top one is from LinkedIn, which I have completely shut down my LinkedIn, which is unfortunate because I actually use that for networking and professional things. And the second photo was from Facebook, I believe. Honestly, I don't remember where it was from, but it was online somewhere. Um and all Aileen can say is I have a cold sore on my lip. Like, are you fucking serious?
Ooh.
Oh my god, you have a cold sore. Fuck out of here.
I'd rather have a cold sore than a cold soul, tell you that.
That is very true. That is very true. And I mean, I'd rather have a cold sore than actually have a cold because that's really what causes it is it's a virus.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I honestly, I don't know what to make of that Jersey woman, like, but I hate feeling like a sucker, man. And the fact that, you know, Blank was
oh shit, really,
friends with
Julie?
her and friends with Bash. They were all three friends, and really, I think Emmy, from as far as I could tell, Emmy was and not included in that clique. I think I mean she was friends with Bash, but not. I don't think she was involved with Aileen whatsoever.
No, Aileen hated me.
Yeah.
She hates
Well,
me because she kept getting timed out for saying dumb shit in my chats. Well,
yeah.
I'm
Well, she.
sorry.
But what the thing is, like, so she was being dealt the repercussions of her own actions, and she instead of just getting over it, she starts stalking you. I mean, what the fuck?
Did
I
he
mean,
say when asked why? Because someone asked me for it. I actually wasn't. I was kind of like lurking in his live, and I was like, I don't even want to watch. Well, then Sinner sent me a message and said he's showing your pictures, and I was
yeah.
like, what?
And I was already like frantically messaging him, and then he was just playing like, "What's going on? Who am I? Where am I? What's YouTube?" Like, the fuck out of here, man. He's good at what he does. He's good at YouTube. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way in the world that he would blast those pictures by accident. I just can't. I could be wrong, but to me, it doesn't add up.
Haley hopes that is like the most reasonable comment. So they really not. So I think you meant. So did they really not realize how in depth of a background check you have to pass in order to teach? Clearly not, because you have to be fingerprinted. You
Well, I mean,
know,
it's a Haley Hopes is absolutely right. I mean, they don't consider anything like that. They just
of
like,
course my
for the
record is
third time,
clean.
for the third time, they just want to drag you into their sloppy little pig muck. And that's not in your character. And I'm so happy it's not, because I would have like if this shit went down and you were like try to you know I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of people emailing you trying to attach themselves to the situation. So I'm very happy that you're an intelligent person and navigating it, with grace.
Julie, that is a good question. Is there a third person involved in those texts? Well,
Who
I have
knows?
my theories, but
Who knows? I mean, I was so shocked by it that I actually doubted that they were even real because you could fake that shit so easily. So I was like, fuck, I gotta talk to this guy. I gotta find out what's going on, and I could get no information. It was an accident. I just don't see how. I just don't understand why. And I mean, when he explains it, please listen because maybe I'm missing something and you can explain it to me. My email's in this channel description.
yes, I did add both of our emails to the channel description as
Thank
well
you.
as our cash apps because you got to grift a little bit
Oh
when
yeah,
you're not monetized.
stock the stuffings, right? um,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Christy M. I mean, maybe that's why because I'm nice. Like they think I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. Like that's clearly
yeah, they just want worst case
that's clearly
scenario
something
for
that I need
every.
to work on because I was too much who I am.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree. They they mistake your kindness for weakness. They
Oh
think,
shit.
what's that?
I didn't realize that, Soflo Mama. Betty said she's going to go to his job
Oh, I wouldn't
because she's
recommend
in
doing
his
that.
state.
I don't think anybody should even get in their fucking car over YouTube, to be honest with you, unless you're gonna go get a
Heck
pack of cigarettes or
no.
something. What is wrong with people? Well, I mean,
Oh,
I know they're
Haley.
coming at me, undeniably, and so I called my sisters. I've got three sisters. I called my sisters and just gave them a heads up if any people that you don't recognize around. I just gave a quick idea. And my sister, they all have so many guns. It would be ridiculous. Yeah, B Tim. I said my sisters have guns, and if someone breaks into their house, my sisters would shoot them. Is there a problem with that, boy? Because that's what it's about, protecting yourself. What do you recommend? Being a little bitch and hiding behind Queen Bee if someone picks on you? Weirdo.
Oh, so Haley says they were saying that you were defending blank after all of that came out. Well, that is not true. I
Yeah.
was in a few chats, but it was to defend myself,
I
and
mean, you can.
I never said anything of the like. Maybe did they believed it because I wasn't speaking at all. I deliberately didn't go live because I wanted everything was going to, I mean, I knew eventually Jersey would come out of the woodwork, and she did. And I mean, then this whole thing with Morbid, I mean, he needs to just get over it. It is what it is.
I don't know
And
what.
what and I am gonna actually mention this because he seems to have forgotten what happened that night. So after the interview with Bullhorn Betty, I asked him in his chat if I said, please remove where she says my name and location or hometown. I should say hometown, not location. My hometown. And Morbid responded by reading my comment and then stating, well, if you want to do an interview and come up on panel, we can discuss it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was
no.
rich.
And
That's
now
like
he seemingly
blackmail,
doesn't remember.
like
Not my
blackmail,
problem, bud.
like extortion. Yeah, like I'm gonna continue to dox you unless you do something I want you to do. Is like embezzlement. No, embezzlement's money. I don't know. Blackmail. It's fucking insane. And also, no one in their right mind, aka Bullhorn Betty, would go on the Morbid show. He's a fucking disaster. I mean, all he's doing is doxing and destroying everyone around him. He's a hazard. It's that
Hmm.
simple.
And AMAC, to address this, Jersey said on Laura's live she wanted to see her social media. And I actually commented, that's a fucking lie because everywhere on social media, I am Emmy Headstone. Emmy Headstone, as far as I know, doesn't exist. I mean, there could be an Emmy Headstone somewhere in the world, but every single one of my social medias is Emmy Headstone. That's my name.
Yeah.
So for her to say she wanted to see my social media, first of all, why do you have to see my social media? It's none of your fucking business.
And it's also a fact that if everyone, even if everyone knows your first and last name, if you go live and you present that first and last name, you're doxing. It doesn't matter if everyone knows it already. You can't dox a dox. It's not. There's no soft doxing. There's no weird politics. If some people get doxed, it's okay, and if others, others, it's a big deal. No, it's wrong every single fucking time it happens. Every single time. There's no gradation, and shame on everyone who does it. And don't email that shit to me because I don't want it.
Is this going
Send
to be
that send that shit to Queen Bee. She'll send you some cigarettes and dog food. Sorry, go ahead. Em.
no, Nicole, this won't be deleted. No, this won't be deleted. Right, her being timed out made her so mad she had to hunt me down.
And that was it. That was it. She would come in and just be a jerk to people and say random shit that made no sense. And
And
I
she
mean, I was just met Emmy, so I was sort of like, it was absolutely, I couldn't even really have an opinion on it. I was getting to know her and Bash as people on YouTube and outside of YouTube. I would socialize with them. I would talk with them
and
quite
actually
often.
let me
So I knew that Jersey was a problem, but I assumed because she was friends with Bash and friends with Blank Screen that there was, some responsible people keeping her in check in some way. I realized that's not realistic. Only, she's the only one that can control what she does. But
and
I
so
just I didn't say nothing about it, so I kind of let it go because I didn't know any better.
and I don't know, I just skimmed through it, but someone said so okay, Braze, so you mean your avatar wasn't really your real picture? So yes, this one actually, the one I have up now, that is actually me, with a fish face. So that is me. I just have a filter on clearly with the mask and bunny ears, but yes, that one's me. But yes, this avatar, that is definitely not me. Nope. Nope, but let
Close.
me go back to my one for here.
There was something else that I wanted to speak on, but I can't remember. Maybe it'll come to me. If anybody has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer. That's right, Chris Crest. I mean, it's just not okay, man. Like, something else someone else was saying about my drunken rant on Emmy's live, um, saying that I was Captain Savaho. I well, the same person was calling me Captain Savaho and saying that I hate women. So am I saving women that I hate? Because that seems like very exhausting work to me.
And does that mean I'm a hoe?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like B Tim thinks you're a hoe. I don't know. I think there was a time before I knew you. Weren't you like flirtatious with B Tim?
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
B Tim because of his accent.
So maybe he's maybe like
Yeah, but he didn't give me the time of day.
he
So
fantasized about you, and now he's disappointed because there's a sinner in your life.
yeah, I doubt
Oh,
it.
B Tim, little tiny
Nah.
Tim. He's gonna get some presents for Christmas.
Spitfire, there is a place, and I'm sure someone probably already answered this question for you, but if you go to your homepage on YouTube, it'll be on the left-hand side, like where your watch later is. It'll say, I don't know, it has a bunch of different stuff there. History, and then there should be one that says subscriptions, and then you can see all of the people that you subscribe to. And I actually cleaned out my subscription list a month or so ago, and I was subbed to people. I was like, I never subbed to these people. And I was like, nope, delete.
Yeah,
Oh,
geez,
I'm deep undercover.
we that used to be said a lot, Captain Savaho. I understand what he's saying, but he's still a little bitch.
Yes, she allegedly, for those of you asking, because we're a little bit behind I'm up behind in chat. She said she was going to Blank's job.
Betty said that.
Betty did, yeah.
What the fuck, man? What good would come out of that? You know? It's just just a matter of time before she joins forces with Morbid. And then I don't, honestly don't think YouTube's gonna fucking play that shit. They're not gonna let them if they join forces and just continue to dox people the way they are and just, you know, spew toxic bullshit. Ex-girlfriends crying, getting yelled at. The whole thing is just despicable. And then sending pictures of the Glaire's fucking dick around, like, what the fuck, dude? What that picture was on his community page for 6 or 7 hours. I hear. I didn't see it, but I mean, just consecutive like shitty things over and over again. I mean, what's going on, bud?
Oh, she did, Haley? I didn't even notice that. She doxed her own little sister's first name.
That doesn't surprise me.
I didn't even notice because I was going between Morbid and the Glare was kind of doing more commentary, so I might have just missed it altogether. Lori, I really don't know. Bash can reach out to me. She hasn't yet.
Yeah, just the way she
all I got was
disappeared
a
like that.
threatening email from Jersey that I haven't read.
Who knows if she was involved? It sure as hell seems to me. My only beef with her at this point, unless I find out that she was involved in something more nefarious, the issue for me is the fact that she didn't stand up and speak up for someone that she claimed to be close with. She didn't have Emmy's back,
Chili Peanut says change your channel to Pump and Hoe.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Oh, she says Captain Save-A-Ho quote from 92. I have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, I remember it used to.
Pimp and Hoe.
Pimp and Hoe.
Pimp and Hoe. Have a good night, girl from Issaquah. Oh, I know. The fact that so many grown ass adults seem to think that a woman and man cannot have a true friendship without it being a quote crush or sexual just shows how immature many are on here.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, what is Sinner trying to get laid? Listen, man, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
he's
share
in
my private life.
California.
I'm not gonna share
I'm
my
in New
private
York.
life with you, but like, unlike you, if I care to have the company of a woman, it's not that difficult for me, little Timmy. So don't worry about my dick so much, bud. Weird. Sinner wants dinner. That's funny, man. I mean, does anybody in their right mind think that I would be sticking up for my friend for a fuck months at a time just because I'm trying to get laid? I'm not a pathetic turd. Like they're idiots.
I mean, it's been quite a while, so clearly what if that's the case, it's not working. Just saying.
Well, it doesn't
Oh,
help
and
that
I
I'm just
wanted to
so far
also,
away.
about Bash, um, let me see if I can find that comment again. Oh, Lori. So I don't know whether she had anything to do with this, but what I do know is when Betty started, the slow doxing, like just releasing certain things, when she ranted at me, called me a see you next Tuesday, said that she was going to not hunt me down, but take me down and everybody around me on her way out. Whenever I would say something to Bash about it, she would say, "I guess she really doesn't like you, does she?" Or, "Wow, she really hates you." Not once did she say, like, "That's really fucked up."
Yeah, I mean,
She condoned the behavior, and that's what I think hurt the most.
well, the thing is, if she would have stood up and said something, it would have been a more powerful statement coming from her.
Right.
And like, she didn't have your back. I mean, it's really that simple. Look, I'm not holding any ill will personally against Bash. I hope she's good. I hope she's doing all right. I, I think she just got mixed up with some real fucking knuckleheads, and she decided to go with them instead of someone like Emmy. So I think she made bad decisions, and she's got to live with it, man.
And Jersey did say in Betty's live this morning that she called Blank's job and spoke with someone there. So that's the same bullshit she was doing with me. And now she's claiming that she never came to my hometown. She never came to New York to hunt me down. Bullshit. And she can say all she wants that she did not do those things, but she's doing the same thing to Blank Screen now. So she's a fucking liar. She is doing these things.
No
And
question.
now she's trying to backtrack. But now she's not because now Jersey's going after Blank Screen
Well,
while
yeah,
continuing to go after me.
yeah, she's a loose cannon, you know. And I wish she would stop. I wish she would stop doing this. At least to Emmy, you know what I mean? Like it's not helping anybody. Nobody wants her to do this, or does somebody want her to do this? I'm unclear. I can't figure out if someone is having her do it or if she's just all the way solo. I think it's a mix of those two things.
Hey, a blank slate. Oh, and Chili Peanut says, Sinner, would you be a good cat daddy?
I love cats.
They may not be very happy with someone else being here because believe me, it's hard. They all have the time. They all have their certain time that they come to get their snuggles or attention. And I mean, they yesterday they were fighting because one of them was sitting on me, the other one wanted to sit next to me, and the one on me was like, hell no. And they start swatting each other. It's like, knock it off.
Hey, look, Laugh at Life is here. You took Laugh at Life. Laugh at Life talks a lot of shit on me too. Go tell Queen Bee she's a punk and little Timmy's a bitch. Let him know.
Oh yeah,
Tell
Laugh
him
at
I
Life.
sent
I'm
you.
surprised Laugh at Life is here.
Tell him I sent you,
So
you scoundrel.
I mean, I mean, Bash may have, but
Yeah, she's an
Laugh at
amazing person.
Life,
Go on your business, weirdo.
just like I said, she never once said to me that what Betty was doing was fucked up. She just said, "Oh, she must really hate you." No, you think? I mean, and Bash has my email. She has my number. I haven't heard from her.
Yeah,
So,
she didn't stand up for a friend, which makes her not a great person. So
this isn't a one-way street. Just saying.
JD Wells has a question for you, Emmy. I'm not sure I can answer that. It says, so Bash gave your info to blank, who gave it to Jersey? Question mark.
No. Blank screen gave it to Jersey. And that was seen in a text message that I have a screenshot of somewhere, but I don't have it ready to show. I will make sure that I have it for tomorrow, but
Go Bulldog. No,
blank
Gene,
screen is who gave Jersey my information.
I don't have anyone blocked on this channel. Do you, Emmy?
No, who's saying that they got blocked?
No. Somebody was asking if someone else was blocked. There is no one blocked in this channel whatsoever. So
Let me just look because sometimes I get confused between this channel and my channel, but I'm pretty sure
oh
I think
yeah,
only Rapper is blocked.
yeah. Well, that's. I should have just messaged you. I just.
Oh no, I lied. Peggy is also blocked. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Peggy sucks.
No, GD is not blocked over here.
Yeah, there's no reason
Nope.
that she would be.
And they're all troll
People,
accounts. Yeah,
people
they're all
just want
troll
some.
accounts.
People just want some bullshit. Go Bulldog says your channel, Emmy. Gina
Oh,
was
well.
chatting with us in her live just a little bit ago. There, Go Bulldog. Didn't you see her in there with the diamond and the heart? We were talking about Selena passing away. Like, do you want to go have a look real quick? I
Who
think
are they
someone
saying got blocked?
Gina.
Oh, on my channel.
Yeah, but Gina was in your chat
Right.
chatting. So if you're blocked, you can't chat. So I'm unclear as to what.
Well, no, I think it's because she was blocked.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, yes. So she was blocked. I unblocked her because what happened was when we did that stream on Thursday night, I had told people any fuck shit, done.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to fall into some drama narrative with it. Is all like.
Right. But I mean,
But now, I mean, there are a lot of people blocked on your channel now.
on my channel, yeah, there's a lot of people blocked.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that because I've been lurking, I mean, people have to know I'm lurking.
Yeah.
And just seeing some of the things that people say about me, and it's like, but you're
Oh, I
in my
know.
chat being nice to me.
Oh, I'm. I domineer you. I verbally abuse you. You
Yeah.
know. I just. I don't know. I don't even know what they would be envious of. You know what I mean? It's just we're just two assholes sitting up here talking about stuff. You know, what's so
Thank you,
intimidating about that?
AMAC. I stood up for Bash when everyone was railroading her about going to see Blowhard Betty.
I did too.
We both
This
did.
yes, Emmy's channel did. Most of everyone in the chat did as well. I mean, we completely had her back. I'm not saying that I don't at this point have her back. I don't like I'm not friendly with someone and then just turn on them. That's not what I'm doing here with Bash. Like I am genuinely disappointed in her not sticking up for Emmy when she has to know that if she went live after not being live about anything like this for a long time, that her voice would be louder than other people's, and she just squandered the opportunity. And from my perspective, it looks like it's because of her loyalty to Jersey, and that just sickens me.
Because in my opinion, Jersey is a complete skis ball, and we can all see that.
Oh yes.
And I did see that Laugh at Life was, I believe, timed out, but I
Um,
wanted to read this. So it says, Emmy, you did a live the night before, which would have been Wednesday night, saying you weren't friends anymore. So why would she? Meaning, why would Bash reach out? You allow this idiot to talk crap about people and don't stand up for them. Okay. Well,
this
let
idiot
me just say,
is that laugh of life that has no actual joy in their existence has the word laugh in their
and
name.
they're also a mod for Morbid. So,
Yeah, they can fuck right off. Go hang out with
um,
Peggy over at Queens.
but what I do want to say is that that was Wednesday night. That is when I found out after Morbid's live, his interview, I got an email saying, because I hadn't seen Betty's live from the morning. And that is where Jersey was saying that she was in my hometown. She was describing it. She was going to a restaurant there. And it just happened to be the same place I had been with my friends. And that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. So initially, Jersey said she was going to this restaurant slash bar for lunch with a friend.
Just go ahead and block laugh at life.
Oh, they're still talking shit?
No, I just don't want them around. They're trouble. I've been lurking every once in a while too. I see them constantly everywhere doing and saying all the wrong shit. I don't want to associate with people like that.
Um, so Jersey initially said that she was having lunch with a friend at this place. However, when she was on Laura's panel, she said she didn't go to this place until after Morbid's interview. Well, that's funny because that's not possible. So, did you go for lunch or did you go after they closed for the night? Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's strange that
So,
like some of the most dishonest fucking people on the internet are trying to fact check you. They can all fuck off. I mean, I know you can't say that, but I can. Hey guys,
hey, Phoenix.
get off of her fucking nuts, you weirdos. Just let her live her life.
Right, AMAC, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. When we were friends, when I thought we were friends, all she had to say to me was, what she's doing is really fucked up, and I'm going to tell her to stop. Or with Jersey, she's like, I can't control them. But you can say something to them that what they're doing is not right. Like, you're friends with them. And if you're friends with someone who sent my information, well, someone sent them my information because they wanted to, quote, hunt me down, don't you think I have every right to feel the way I did at that moment? Absolutely. Because they're a fucking scumbag. And I wouldn't want to be I would not want to be friends with someone like that. Hell no.
Yeah. I mean, when I noticed it, or someone told me she had deleted her channel short after I yelled at her, I felt pretty guilty. I have to be honest. I'll be truthful with you guys. I felt like shit about it, but I had to sit and think and like had to talk myself back into reality. No, she didn't help her friend. It's uncalled for. I mean, it's she would be the first person I would expect to show up and help. And she just
I agree,
did not.
Chris. I mean, I was friends with Bash. And, and then the search happened, and I just feel that you can be friends with people that aren't friends with each other and still stand up for either one of them. And in my opinion, that wasn't happening.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I stand up, I stick up for people. Sometimes I stick up for people that are knuckleheads, right? So I don't understand not sticking up for someone who you. I mean, I don't know if you guys know how close Bash and Emmy were. They were talking daily. They would talk on the phone for a long time.
Oh,
Anytime each
yeah,
one
we
would
would
talk,
do StreamYard just because it was easier,
yeah, I mean, they
or
were close.
Discord.
They were close enough for her to at least come into Emmy's chat and say this is fucked up. I mean,
Mhm. Thank you, Burning Angel, and thank you, Queen Bella, I appreciate that. Spitfire, yes, she did delete her channel, and I believe she also deleted Twitter, but I don't know about Twitter. I deleted my Twitters as well.
Well, I mean, well, let's be honest. It's quite possible that there's, who knows if Bash has anything going on in her private life. Like I said, I haven't spoken with her in a long time of anything, substantive. Just pleasantries. Hello, I go see her animal videos and stuff. So who knows? I mean, she may have a reason. Maybe she's not. She just doesn't feel up to being involved, which I fully understand. But the least she could do is contact Emmy personally, and they can commiserate about it. She didn't do that. She just left her on the lurch, and that's
And it was known, I did know that Bash and Jersey were friends. They've been What I didn't realize is how long they actually had been friends. But I did know that they did speak often. Yeah.
Scorpio Sting says went hard on Emmy, but so sweet about Bash. Tells me a lot. Hmm.
Hey Green, how's it going? Absolutely, I'm upset with Blank Screen. Absolutely. He gave information knowing that Jersey wanted to, quote, hunt me down. And then he showed my photos by, quote, accident. No.
Whoopsies.
Yeah. No, that wasn't an accident. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, if you did something like that, like if you had an accident like that, you say, "Oh fuck, I'm so sorry," and then you immediately just take it down. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm embarrassed. I'll never do that. I'll be careful not to do that again. We didn't get anything like that. Not even a, not even a my bad. A nothing.
And I feel like too, like, yeah, I'm upset with Blank Screen, but I think most of all, I'm really disappointed and feel completely betrayed because I like Blank. I mean,
Yeah.
we would talk on and off, like we would joke and I mean, it's 100% betrayal.
I mean,
And that's
it
something
was.
that I can't forget betrayal. That's one thing I will never forget is if you betray me.
I could forgive blank, but I mean, it's not my business too. You know what I mean? It's not my place to forgive him. I
Hey,
just
the Zynga. Hi, all new sub. Well, welcome. March safe from Mobad X for 7 days.
but I mean, just to keep it 100% real, right? He's friends with Jersey, so and that was a few months ago that he did that. So it could be, you know, he said himself that Aileen's been or Jersey Aileen, whatever Peacemaker, whatever her name is. He said that she's been coming after. Who did he say? Queen Bee, me, and you. Now, to me, that's real perplexing because how do I get into a mix of these two YouTube creators? Like, what? I don't even have one single fucking video by myself. Everything's just been with Emmy. So, and he said he's been doing what he can to prohibit them, prohibit Jersey from getting and starting shit. But she's been starting shit the whole time, anyways. So I don't understand.
And the
Maybe
one thing,
it could be that his loyalty shifted and he was sort of stuck in the middle. That's kind of what I feel happened.
it could
Which is
be,
it's understandable. And again, we have to keep in mind that it's a crummy thing to do to share someone's personal information. Absolutely, I'll never say that that's okay. But it was also a private message.
yes.
We keep
So I
running
was
into the same
actually,
problem.
I was going to
But it's
say, like, a private message is a private message, right? It's like, okay, so Blank shared my information with Jersey. I would have never known because it's a private message. However, what changes things is when you act on that information. So was
exactly.
Blank wrong for sharing my information when Jersey said she wanted to hunt me down? Absolutely.
I think so too.
But what's more wrong is Jersey acting on that information.
I agree. I think that's far worse. I mean,
And
there's no doubt.
it's my opinion The only reason that Jersey released those text messages is because she wanted to cover her ass, knowing that she was in the wrong.
Yeah. Well, that email that she sent you is nothing but damage control. I mean, it's clearly damage control, but she's not even smart enough to get that right, from what I can tell. So, I mean, I guess Emmy, so you know where I stand on it. Like I'm not willing to throw Blank under the bus. Excuse me. I know that was a rotten thing to do, but I honestly think there's more to it. Like we have to keep in mind that he was friends with her. So friends are naturally loyal to one
Right, and it
another.
was a private message, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she says she's gonna hunt people down all the time, and it was just something that Jersey said. I don't
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
in this instance, she absolutely I will, stand on it. She absolutely 100% came to New York for whatever reason and ended up coming to visit where I grew up.
That's just fucking
Absolutely.
strange. So weird, man. Why would you do that?
Mhm.
Um,
See you, Mistaken Reaper. I hope you feel better. Oh yeah, I mean, by the time Laura put my picture on the screen and she's like, "Oh, shoot, I didn't know that was there." Well, that's why you look at shit beforehand.
yeah, it's just not an accident. Like the whole thing you're doing is relaying an image to someone. If you're not aware of the image that you're relaying to someone, then fucking unplug the computer and go take a nap.
See a beer can. Say hello to Mookie.
Somebody up there, I forget who said it, but they said they seems to them there's probably more to this story. I agree. There's always more, right? There's always something we don't know. Not everyone knows everything.
Um,
Not
yeah,
even
I
Queen Bee and
don't
her
know.
panel of little detectives over there. Boy, good egg, man. Wow. Like I really have to say, like this sinner, he is just toxic. Like, ooh.
Like,
I've
oh my
never, I've
God,
never.
Becky, look at her butt.
It's so strange
It's so
watching the
big.
good egg massage Queen Bee's nuts. Like, so gross. It's like a
Chris,
freshman talking to a senior. Weird.
Chris Crest Blank Screen has reached out to me privately. I have not responded.
I haven't seen that asshole that girl around too much lately. Boy, she's got an ugly voice, doesn't she? Holy hell. I mean, half of those people sound like they brush their teeth with fireworks. I swear.
Go Bulldogs. She said she wanted it in the first place just because. She just wanted it because. Then she wanted it because she wanted to find my social media, which is bullshit because I go by Emmy Headstone on every single one of my social medias, including Facebook. Well, LinkedIn, I don't go as Emmy Headstone because LinkedIn is a professional site. So that would be a little bit unbecoming for, potential networking contacts. So,
Yeah. Chris Crest says, "Sinner, you're the person people want to hate for whatever reason." I know it. I fucking know it. Like, I have given them some reason. I disagree with them, and I call them out on their fucking grifting. When if someone was fucking with my money, I'd be upset too. That's how I think about it. But I mean, I'm still right. It's still a grift. Big old Christmas grift.
we need to start our grift. I need to start my grift. I
Oh yeah,
actually
Cash App's in the description.
I need a new dash cam. And actually, I usually buy myself a Christmas present every year. So last year I bought myself an air fryer. The year before I bought myself a new cooking set, even though I don't cook. Um but this year I'm like, I need a new dash
Scorpion.
cam. And then I'm like, what else do I need that I can start grifting for? And of course, I'm just kidding, y'all. You know,
You should look at those dash cams today. because the Cyber Monday deals are crazy right now.
Oh, that is true.
I was looking at shit today. I'm in front of the chat now. If anybody's got any questions,
Yeah, and I am catching up. I'm only about 3 minutes behind in chat, so yeah, any questions? I mean, on my end of things, I will be addressing everything tomorrow on my live. I just have to get, there's so much to look at, and um I am going to be reviewing the interview with Jersey just because I have not the whole thing obviously, but I do have
she
some
was on.
thoughts.
Was she on screen? I didn't see any of that.
She was on Laura's panel.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
Oh yeah.
and then again, I mean, like if you look at it like media, that is the get. Everybody wanted to hear what she had to say, right?
Yeah, and I
I
mean
mean, that was
every even me, like they're like, "Oh, headstones if you want to come up on panel." I have no. If I want to
I,
talk, I'm going to
yeah.
talk on my own channel.
I'm
I
so
mean, I
thankful you
appreciate
don't
it,
jump.
but no.
I'm so thankful as your friend that you don't jump onto like morbid panel or channel with
Ugh.
because it's just so grimy.
No, and he's still crying. Like I'll if he has a PO box, I will send Morbid a box of tissues.
You
Like
didn't
all
do
he's
anything
doing is
wrong to him.
crying about me.
He's the one that did something wrong, and YouTube has struck him for it. It's that simple. I mean,
And he got 2 strikes in as many days. So that tells you something, Morbid.
I really like that guy. Like and you probably some of you probably see me in there when the first day of his comeback with the video of his girlfriend. I was in there. I had no idea what I was looking at. I was honestly just happy that the guy was back because he shakes shit up. He shakes shit up, and he's got a good sense of humor. At least I thought. And then
Mhm.
all hell broke loose. He just went scorched earth and started destroying everyone around him. Like my
Uh,
initial reaction was, "Damn, is that guy okay?" I mean, I think that's still my reaction. Like, it doesn't seem like I don't know. But there's
so
tons of videos
Phyllis.
about him, how shady he is. Tons of videos about him.
Oh, and Sean said he can't stream now for the next week or 10 days.
Oh, really?
Usually it's 7 days, but I guess depending on I don't really know. It's usually a week, I think is but that's if you get your second strike. So he got 2 strikes in as many days. So
Jeez, is that true? That's the creepiest shit I've heard all day, man. I'm not gonna read that, but that's creepy as shit.
so Phyllis said Jersey also said she wasn't in your hometown but was a town over. Incorrect. Also said to Laura that you are unhinged. Oh, where have we heard that before? Now, who else said that? Yeah, exactly. And one thing I do also want to say is that Jersey said that she went to eat at the Melting Pot. Okay. The nearest melting pot is New York City. So why
That's
are you in a town that you can't pronounce? Right? I mean, if you're going to a town where you have a friend, I would think you'd know how to pronounce that town, just saying. Um and why would you say you went to eat at the Melting Pot 2 towns away when the nearest melting pot is in New York City, probably about 2 to 2.5 hours away? Yeah.
yeah, that doesn't math. Damn, cheese, that's crazy, man. I didn't hear anything like that about that guy. I mean, I'm unfamiliar with any of that.
Oh, see, JD Wells has it. Sinner, buy me a dash cam.
Okay, I could do that. Rockabit J Morbid is the same guy. See, that's the thing. I didn't know who he was. He wasn't. I mean, I think I've explained a few times. Like, I was over in Ickenmel's, like, fighting Ron Upchurch people. Like, that's how I get interested. That's like the first channel I actually became a member of and like actively participated in the chat. And it was a lot of fun. The trials just burned me out. So I kind of lost touch. And then I got involved with the drama shit. And it's almost embarrassing going back over to a respectable channel now, to be honest, because the people in the Krama community are so fucking disgusting. that it like sticks to you. I think even the Glare said it. Like he does it. It's shit sticks to you. It's gross.
Oh, he posted it in his community section. And YouTube did screw up because they were supposed to have removed his video of the interview, and I looked and it was still there. And so they messed up. And they actually said they needed more information from me. So then when I sent them more information, they took it down completely. Yes, the fondue place. Yes, Sean. She
We don't
said
really.
she ate at the melting pot in Schoharie. That's not how you say it, but she was saying Schoharie, New York. And Schoharie is where the limo crash happened that I had done a story on not too long
Yeah.
ago, where 20 people were killed in that limousine. That is Schoharie. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, because I knew she was lying. There was no melting pot. Right. And she had to pause, which means do a Google search on her other phone for a name of a restaurant to throw out. Well, Grain, the thing is, she said the name of the restaurant in Betty's chat. I had the screenshots. Jersey also doxed me prior to that, but the mods actually did delete that comment, but then continued to say how she, had driven 4.5 hours and she had gone to this place for lunch. She described the town. It's more like a village. I mean, she's full of shit. She totally drove her ass up here. And I'm going to stand by that. As much as she wants to email me and say whatever she said in there,
I
just
mean, it's a
stop.
possibility that whoever sent her told her to call it off because it was making them look bad.
That is true. I mean, that is true.
And then they can be the hero and be like, I'm the one that called her off. Well, that's only beneficial. That's only helpful if you weren't the one that sent her to begin with. You know,
And
I honestly
Sunny,
don't know. I can't say anyone sent her anywhere. It's unclear.
I mean, and
We'll
like
find
she
out.
said, she does what she wants when she wants. So I don't think anyone necessarily sent her here, but they didn't condone her
Yeah,
doing what she
and,
was
and
doing.
to be clear, I never said I was going to go on Queen's panel. Maybe I did say that, but what I was trying to relay.
I think you said it in jest, like, "Oh, I'll go on Queen's panel and say this."
Yeah, and you know what? The reasoning behind what I was saying, in case you don't fucking understand, Queen, because you're an idiot. Open your fucking ears, put your cigarette down, and listen for a second. What I was saying is, I was coming to the conclusion that against my previous thought that Queen was involved with Aileen sending her places, I began to realize that I may have been wrong about that. And what I was trying to say to you, Queen, was if I had that wrong, I would apologize to you. But at this point, you let those little monkey boys go wild for hours talking shit on me, you can fuck right off. I hope you stub your toe. How's that? Is that passive enough for you, B Tim? I think it's
And
disgusting. I think it's disgusting that she has all that money rolling in to her fat ass in Illinois, and all she's doing is collecting money. And it's their families on the fucking street that I live on. They're having a hard time paying their bills and getting a turkey, getting a ham, and she's sitting there like a fat cat, grifting off of people who can't really afford to send her that money. It's despicable, and that's my official opinion.
and Willow, to answer your question, so essentially someone called your folks. Yes, they did. Claiming to be her. Yes, they did. And I did have several videos for my parents to listen to. Well, my dad. And I played each video of different creators who I thought it could be. And he did identify one of them as being the person who called. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean the mysteries has been solved. I mean it's not whether or not I fully believe she went there. I don't give a fuck what anybody's theory is. Like everything tells me that she went there. She said herself that she went there, and now she's backtracking because she realized she fucked up.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe one day I'll read the email that she sent me, but at this point, I don't really give a shit what she has to say to me because she had the opportunity to come on panel with me to answer questions, to defend herself, and she didn't. She ended up going on Laura's yet again, just like she did after the fallout with Bash.
Exactly.
So, I
I mean,
mean,
well, I mean, if you guys paid attention, Blank Screen interjected a strange fact that I hadn't heard before. I can't say it's a fact because I don't know, but he seems to believe that Bullhorn Betty, in fact, offered money to Jersey. I can't find any proof of that.
who said that?
Blank Screen did.
Oh, see, I left after like I was.
So I mean, so I'm thinking to myself, I mean, how close are all these people together? They're sending each other money.
Well, and Willow said, Sinner, I'd hold what you got on the apology front for a few. This isn't
Yeah,
through unfolding quite yet.
yeah, I know, Willow. You're absolutely right, and I know you were loyal to Queen for a long time, and it seems you came to your senses, man. So
And I mean, and that's the thing, Willow, I was saying earlier, I don't have to say anything. People are doing all the talking all on their own. So, I mean, of course I will. Like I'm going to answer people's questions because I'm being called a liar that I made the whole thing up for clicks and views and money. Um, I haven't gotten like seriously, what it's so stupid. I don't make shit up. And here's
yeah,
the thing, I should have made shit up because then what's happening probably wouldn't have happened.
yeah, good point.
Yeah, BHB knew what happened. Oh, this damn StreamYard. Knew what happened and she went to Dolly's, etc. So there's that. Just a little hint and load them up and move them out. Yeah. Making lots of money with memberships and collecting. Speaking of, I don't know if
Oh yeah,
anyone in here knows.
so much money. There was some fucking poor guy from London trapped over in Queen's Panel. He was fucking drunk, and he had just left his dad's fucking funeral the day before, and he was starting a fucking rally. Um, if you donate X amount of dollars, I'll up it by $1, so that everybody just and this guy just spending hundreds of dollars or hundreds of British pounds, drunk the night after his dad's funeral, and everyone was fucking okay with that. Tells me everything I need to know about those little scumbags. Everything I need to know. And yeah, I am angry. Shit pisses me off.
And so there was something that came in today with the court system that said, hold on, I want to make sure that I
Did
get
it,
it.
did it look like somebody's lawyer dropped down from the case? I was unclear as to whether it was Queen's.
Yeah, it said withdrawal of counsel with the
So,
lawyer name for plaintiff petitioner.
did her
And I
lawyer
don't know
quit?
what that meant.
And what was this thing? I heard B Tim was looking into like subscribers' taxes or something
Oh,
like
no,
that.
no, Tyler Feller.
Oh, he was looking at Tyler. Oh, that makes sense. He is a well.
Yes,
Tyler Feller is a
he's a major
nonprofit
grifter.
organization. Well, he's a nonprofit. His information's just public. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, so that's who it was, Tyler Feller, not a sub.
Oh, okay, fuck, I had that wrong. I thought it would be juicier than that. But I honestly think he's probably up to way more than he leads on. He doesn't even have an email. That's how much of a weasel he is.
Mm. Yeah, I tried watching him at one point to review him, but he's so boring.
Tyler Feller. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's that like crazy eyed Bible thumper thing. Like I I fancy myself a God fearing man as well, but I mean, when those people get that look in their eye, I gotta get out of there. No, thank you.
Willow, possible the call came from the same direction as your docs? In my yes.
Yeah.
Steffi. Hey, I'm so sorry. Um, I I was going to get rid of Discord and then I didn't. So if you want to add me back, definitely do. Queen Bella let me know that you were trying to get a hold of me to let me know how your parents were because I had asked. So feel free to add me back. I don't even remember what I think my username is Emmy Headstone. I don't even know.
Love your
Road
Steffi.
Rash. Good question. All I know is she's in New Jersey.
The comments moved before I could read it, but someone said that they heard a rumor that Mama Bullhorn got Betty a lawyer. So does she have to recuse herself?
Oh, so maybe she
She
withdrew
has
as her
to,
own counsel?
yeah, that's probably what it was.
But
Queen cannot afford to have any fuckery with her lawyers because like
but but
it's already
but
shady.
but but she's so good at what she does.
I mean, to me, it's too little, too late. I mean, what is a lawyer gonna do with that disaster that she's already created? I mean, she's guilty of what she's being fucking charged for. I mean, or what she's being accused of. So, like, what is a lawyer can't unring a bell? I mean, depends on how much money like you got. I guess they can.
Yeah, and I tried to look because I get the updates in my email about the court case, but there wasn't any new document, so I don't really know what it means. Like I'm not a legal person. Um,
It sucks
and it
because Bash was always really good at understanding those documents. I would, I leaned on her for understanding of those things. She could always get those documents like quick. Bash can.
right, grain, exactly. We need so it's all it said was let me go back to it. Withdrawal of counsel with the lawyer's name for plaintiff petitioner and then Bullhorn's name. But it's entered under Bullhorn, so I'm assuming that is the original suit because it was filed under Betty, but I don't know. It's very vague.
Steffi says, I think you can always change lawyers, can you? Yeah, I think you can. I mean, you might have to pay both of them, but yeah. I think what the question is, what lawyer stepped down from what side? Like, well, obviously Betty doesn't have a lawyer, but I don't know if the technicalities of the court dictate that she has to like recuse herself from the pro se position that she has in the case, and then just become a litigant, right? I don't know. I'm not a law guy.
So, and it does, I just noticed too, underneath. So, when you get these updates in email, underneath Betty's name, it says attorney was removed.
Okay, so Betty's not an attorney. It would say pro se litigant was removed if it was Betty. So what's up with Queen's lawyer? This is gonna be great.
No, I don't think it's Queen's lawyer. I think it has to do with Betty.
Okay, see, I'm confused. But in any case, it's interesting. I wonder why a lawyer would step away from one of the easiest fucking cases in the
It
world.
just says withdrawal of counsel.
He could be sick. We know nothing.
Um, JD, there is no document uploaded yet, but give me 1 second.
Careful.
Hmm?
I said careful.
No, I'm gonna redact it and
No, I mean you're way more careful than most people I know. I was being sarcastic, I think. Yeah, I don't think they would give her a title of lawyer even as a pro se litigant. Although, I don't know. I learned everything I know about law from the Murdoch case and the Derek Chauvin case. Turns out that guy's gonna live, huh?
who's that?
Derek Chauvin got stabbed in the belly a couple times. Derek Chauvin is the
Oh
man.
yeah, see, I haven't been really following it.
Yeah, he's gonna live. To me, it's a win-win because I'll never agree with murder. Like, I just it's just how what I believe. You know, it's not our, it's not up to us when someone dies. Um, but it does make me happy that he's gonna live with like a bunch of new scar tissue in his stomach for the rest of his time in jail because he's a murderer, a convicted murderer, Betty. It doesn't matter what your feelings about it. A jury of his peers found him guilty. That's why he's in federal prison. There's no ambiguity there. We know you're racist. It doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter.
All right, so I'm gonna just show everyone what I'm talking about.
I didn't see what Nunya typed.
Oh, I'm not even looking at chat.
Grain said
Looks
Shank.
like a typo. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a matter of time for that guy. It's that simple. He probably had a huge price tag on his belly.
Okay, give me a second. I didn't.
Nunya's saying it's a typo.
I gotta put more ink over this.
Yeah, but I missed Turtle Island the other night. I was so stressed out with all the other bullshit.
Oh, see, Turtle Island, I actually went over there. It was kind of boring because nobody's really left.
Joneson's still on there?
Yeah, she had immunity though.
I don't even know why I root for her, but I'm sure she fucking hates my guts, but I actually like watching her show. I watch From the Bushes. But there's a very dense concentration of people that really don't like me over there, so I just, I don't blow her chat up.
All right, I'm going to try this again. It wasn't blacked out as much as well as I wanted it to be.
She says his attorney would ask to be removed at every hearing, and the judge would ask me, and I'd say no. Huh. So I don't know that much about that stuff. It's got to suck to work for a guy who doesn't want you to work for him, though. Like, Good Nunya says either typo for who the
Okay,
defendant
here it is.
for the withdrawal instead of addition. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no, we've got a bona fide mystery here. Nunya, we don't know what it says.
Okay, so this is from my email. So I did screenshot it and then I cut down like all the other names and then blacked out what was there. So this is underneath Bullhorn Betty's name. Attorney was removed. And then when you go down, the following changes were made. So addition 11/28, which is today, withdrawal of counsel for plaintiff petitioner.
Those are a lot of words to be a typo. Withdrawal of attorney.
Yeah, and then up here it says attorney was removed.
Willow says Joneson is good people. I agree. I think so too. And like I was encouraged to see her take a stand. I know Queen Bee shit on her a bunch of times, man. Every time I watched it happen, it fucking made me like feel worse and worse about it. Like, and Nunya very boldly spoke her mind, which was inspiring. And then soon after, I was cutting up in chats, of course, like I do, and I said something along the lines, I wonder if Queen Bee's gonna invite Joneson up to the grown-ups table now and stop treating her like a fucking kid, because I see it. I don't know if you guys do. And sure enough, man, it wasn't even fucking 12 hours later, she came out and did her live and explained, I don't know. I think people are starting to realize what's going on. Yes, and the chickens are great too. I mean, how can you go wrong with chickens? Believe me, she and I had differences. We've argued, nothing serious, but Yeah, Nanya did get full gangster. That shit had me jumping up and down. I was like, finally, a woman is saying what I said because, like, I'm gaining a reputation for like only attacking women. Is B Tim a woman? Because he's a little bitch. I'm attacking him right now. I mean, I don't know if he has a badge or not, but I don't just attack women. That's insane to say. I just happen to run into a bunch of grifting ass bitches around here. So what do you want me to do? Respect this unrespectable people? Nah.
Yeah, I like Jonesin too, Ruck a
Yeah,
bit.
she's a good one. She's a good one
And
for
I like
sure.
watching her chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It is confusing. It's like and that's all that's there. So, and then once I get those emails, I'll go to the court website and search the case and nothing has been uploaded yet. It's bizarre. I don't know why they send out the updates when the documents haven't been uploaded.
Yeah, well, it seems something's going on. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, this could be. When's the next actual court action? I'm
I
not
don't
gonna lie.
know.
I know nothing about this case. I pay no attention. I just think it's a waste of
Oh,
everyone's
I
fucking
know
time.
something else I wanted to talk about real quick because I just saw K-Braze's uh comment. So a cupcake and a cool lemon walk into a bar. And so the other thing that Beatum had said is that you were copying him with a lemon. You had
Dude,
forgotten
Tim.
to change your lemon avatar
Yeah.
when you were on my channel.
Yeah, I heard him.
So the
He was
reason
like,
why you're a lemon is because 'cause you're sourpuss. So
I heard him
I
say
wanted to
something.
clarify that, you weren't copying him. It was
Oh my
because
god.
it's
Yeah.
you forgot to change your avatar.
Who the fuck would copy beat them? I mean, he is the biggest little simp boy. I mean, he's like the definition of simp personified. I mean, I don't know what he looks like. Please don't send pictures if you have it, because I don't care. But in my head, he's just this little nerdy dude with like crooked teeth and
Oh, thank you, good Nunya.
an
December
awkward odor.
12th. Ooh,
He
so
looks like
that's coming up muy
he looks like
rapido.
he sounds like he smells like peanut shells. What I'm saying.
Oh, 2 weeks from today is her next court date.
Nice. Let's get it over with. End the grift, please. Yeah, he
Oh,
said, "Oh, he's a lemon." I guess at some point, beat him had a tomato. I don't watch that little bitch boy. I don't like.
yeah, he has a angry tomato.
Yeah, so he's just like, well, he's a lemon. He's trying to be like me. What? How does he connect those dots? What a fucking wild thing to say. And then he had this crazy, like, childish fantasy about me wrestling with the glare. Like, it was getting full out erotic for him, I think.
Wrest wrestling with the glare?
Yeah, he had this whole story about and Morbid would jump out and I had a cape on because I'm Captain Save a Ho. Once again, I guess he's calling you a hoe, but I don't know.
Idaho.
You the hoe. I'm trying to figure out how I can hate women and be Captain Save a Ho at the same time. It seems to
That's
be
true. That's
it
kind
seems
of
to
an
be
oxymoron, right?
yes, I'd assume those two things would be mutually exclusive. I mean, if I was running around saving people that I hated, it would be very exhausting, beat them.
Freud would have fun with that one. Yeah, I agree, Steph.
No, he had like uniforms and costumes for us all and everything in his little weird head.
K-Bray says, got me singing boats and hoes.
I know it doesn't sound like it, but Nanya's like community posts are very inspirational. I recommend everyone check them out.
Oh,
She
BHB has
finds
to
gems.
respond to the counter by December 6th. Oh, shoot. That's a week from yesterday. Or no, a week from tomorrow. And here she is gallivanting all over the eastern seaboard.
She is up in the Kakalakis, huh? What are you doing, Betty? Stomping around, freaking people out.
I'm gonna have to check out her one live where she was eating chips. I'm gonna have to watch that one later tonight.
Yeah, it's a little funny to me that JLR could have definitely got her into that courthouse if he wanted to, because you know, he's got a lot more pull than her, so he just left her outside. Whoa, good for him. That is a smart business move in my personal approximation.
Oh, and apparently someone was saying that they're looking forward to a match because they said Jersey versus Emmy with eyeballs and 2 cell phones, and actually it was in Nunya's chat today. I got a screenshot and I was
you would
like, wow.
you would beat the brakes off that poor woman, and that's what a lot of you know commentators with little peens were saying. They were like, well, she's not really that dangerous, not really that, what are you worried about? Fuck you, man. Usually if someone's that insane and living in a U-Haul with 2 dogs, he usually has some tweaker ass dude with her. Like, I don't know if that's true, but who knows, man? Who knows what her intent is? Don't worry about it was the vibe. Like, no, we're worried about it. That's the point, you fucking dummies. Instead of picking things apart and trying to like catch Emmy in a lie, they were way more concerned with that than what this fucking crazy bitch was doing. And it, again, told me everything I need to know, Queen Bee. I know how you do shit. It's ugly.
Lisa, she did say she was on her way to Tennessee because they were going to not only search for Layla Santinello, but also Holland Snap. And so then she can just drive due west to court. Well, maybe not due west, maybe a little, like maybe northwest-ish.
Sean, that's funny. Yeah,
Oh my
I
god,
don't
she
know.
said burnt toast as a witness now in the lawsuit. She doesn't even know her name.
Yeah, you have to be served in order to.
Oh, and apparently she said burnt toast is now white toast, and she's a Karen.
She's so racist. I mean, she just quadruples down on that, you know. But you know what? To be honest, Betty is just par for the course. I'll say it. I don't, no one else wants to say it, but in this true crime community, there are a lot of racist people. They don't like that I say that. They don't like that I observe that occurring and talk about it. But it's happening.
Oh, Kelsey, it's the unhide blanket. I'll look it up and put a link in chat. I think I actually got it from like one of those box things. I think it was like FabFitFun or you know, that, but Amazon does have it. They're a little pricey, but they are the best blanket ever, in my opinion. This is gonna be a really long link for some reason.
Lieutenant Roast Biatch. Yeah, I mean I went through it so bad. Like you guys may have seen me on in Gina's chat moderating for her when she did her live the other night, and while that live was happening, I was getting burned down by Queen Bee's little monkeys, and I guess in Laura's chat was tearing me up too. It's like fuck, wow, like you people are really fucking bored. I must really intimidate these people. That's what encourages me to stick around. If they're that mad and scared of me, then they must be up to something.
And actually, while we're talking, I mean, this is like off topic, but I'm gonna just show everybody the unhide blanket. Oh, and they actually have unhide pillows. What? So yeah, $69. It's a little pricey, but let me tell you, it it will keep you so warm. Um, yeah, this is the one I have, like, I didn't realize they had all this other stuff.
I got it like a cheap blanket, and it's nice fabric, but like it's too slippery if that makes sense. Like I could put it on myself and it just like slides off.
Mine is gray. Is that one? Oh, Top Ducky? I don't know. Mine is gray. None of these really this one kinda looks gray, but, I mean, they're really, really good blankets, in my opinion.
I'm sorry, Steph B. I honestly didn't mean to scare anybody. I was pretty hot the other night, obviously.
Oh, there's an unhide robe? I didn't even see that. See, I haven't even looked at this because I mean, I just oh, there is one. There is a robe.
Jeannie Junk says it's about content, Sinner. Um, fuck, I think I missed the context of that. It's it's YouTube, right? It's all about content. I'm not sure if you're referring to Queen Bee, letting her little butt plugs like just run her show while she sits back and collects the money. Is she just like taking 5 shits a day? Is that why she's never on her panel? And she comes in screaming like she's actually important. Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, K-Braze. I have to have a fan on at all times too because it helps shut off my brain. Even at work, I have a desk like one of these like a tower fan and I just turn it. I have to have the noise. It's almost like a noise machine.
If I had a fan while I was trying to work, it would make me sleepy because I connect the fan action to sleep directly.
Oh, and if I forget to turn it on, like, I know I'm like, "Why is it so quiet in here?" Like, "Oh my god, I didn't put my fan on because I just need the noise to shut off my brains."
Oh yes, I understand what you're saying now, Genie Junk. Yeah, I agree. It's and I don't wanna stuff that grifter's stockings this Christmas. You know what I mean? I don't wanna. I mean, here we are 2 months into me calling her a fucking grifter and thinking she's a shady person, and just straight up questioning how she runs business, how everything is going over there, what they do, what they actually, what they create, and it's nothing good. Nothing good ever came out of there, from my personal opinion. You know. So, and this was months ago that I had an opportunity to call her out, and what she did was twist everything, just completely, make things up. She fucking posted private messages that I sent to her to tell her to go fuck herself, and she even edited those to make herself look better. It's weird. Like the original messages told the whole story right there. I told you to go fuck yourself, and then she's still screaming that I don't have any idea who this guy is. Well, my name's Sinner, asshole, and like we met months ago. So calm down with your fucking memory loss.
And actually, I know I'm still on this whole blanket thing. I'm gonna
Queen Bella
actually
says, I
put
really
in the
hang on 1 second. Queen Bella says, I really appreciate you apologizing. I haven't had a chance to. I mean that was my intent, and then they just shit on me for 4 hours. That's how stupid they are.
oh my gosh, they even have unhide pet beds, but they're $120. No, thank you.
Yeesh.
But they do have the blankets on there, and they have, like, for Cyber Monday deals, they have additional 25% off, so I would check that, Kelsey, and see if they're cheaper with that, than Amazon, but, I'm gonna say they're probably not. Oh my gosh, they have so much stuff on their website. Oh boy.
I appreciate the kind words, Lisa. I always do. Yeah, I've actually got some unexpected support in a Discord page that I was in, or a Discord that I'm part of, and just people were randomly saying polite things about me, and I was really surprised after the week that I had, to be honest. So it's amazing what a little compliment, how it can change your perspective of things. Because I don't know if I'd like me either. to be honest, if I was a different person, but I'm not going to change for these people. And I think, if I remember correctly, Lisa knew me before I was Angry Sinner.
Lisa's been around a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well, no,
Lisa's been with me since almost the beginning. Steph B's been with me since almost the beginning.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
even generally, Jenny like had nice things to say about me, and she and I have gone at it. You know, we've had real good debates, respectful debates, of course. Um, and she even said,
Grift
you know,
well,
Angry Sinner.
Spitfire, I don't need a blanket. I have one of these blankets. I'm just very interested in although they do have one of those back pillows and I need a new back pillow, but it's kind of it's a lot of money. Like I don't know if I'd ever spend that much money on something like that.
Yeah, if you guys look hard enough, you can find me calling into Wicked Mel show a long time ago. That was like my first taste of what YouTube was all about. Like I said, I used to watch skateboard videos and graffiti videos and rap videos, and I didn't even know that you could comment. I didn't even know that people went live. And I sort of just stumbled into Wicked Mel following the Kylie Rodney case, and then fucking somehow ended up arguing with big old grifters in town.
See you, Phoenix. Have a good night.
I didn't even
Yeah, and
see.
Queen Bella that night, I
Good night,
mean,
Phoenix.
we were playing games. And then I get the text from my dad and it was just like, 0 to 360 in 2.4 seconds. So, but Sourpuss, we've been on for over 2 hours and
Yeah.
I have some more spaghetti that I have to eat even
Okay.
though I screwed up spaghetti, y'all. I mean, it worked all out, but don't ignore your spaghetti when it's cooking.
Yeah.
'Cause it'll make
And
a little mount, like a pile of spaghetti in the middle of the pot,
I talked
and
to Eddie, and
then
she
you
said I
have
ruined the spaghetti. How-
mhm.
She said I ruined the spaghetti. I said, what?
Um,
How do you do
Kelsey,
that?
let me look. I think my blanket it's gotta be the big one, 50 by 60. Well, I don't know. Oh, wait, here's the tag. Let me look at it really quick.
Yes, Queen Bella was on already in your channel when I found it. I mean, I knew that.
Um,
Jeez, that's what I said. How the fuck did you mess up spaghetti? Like the only way I can imagine that you can is if you just cook it for 20 minutes too long and it just becomes all water. But she said, nope, it's clumped together. I said, that's the
I
only
I
instructions. Put
started
it in the
doing
water and
dishes, I forgot. I
there's,
forgot I
there's,
was cooking,
there's two directions. Put it in the water and stir it. You only did one of those two things.
and I didn't stir it. Actually, hold
Stir
on a
often, I
second.
think it's what pasta says.
60 inches is like 5 feet. Yeah, so sorry, I'm like away from the computer. I was measuring my blanket. So I must have the 50 by 60. I mean, I didn't mess it up. It worked out in the end, but I just had it was like a big hill of spaghetti in the middle of the pot. And so the bottom was cooked and the top was hard. So I just had to you know, it's fine. Is it thick? I mean, it's not super thick.
Say what now?
Um, Let me find that tag again. See, all that I'm thinking probably the info was on the paper that was around it. I think this one that I have, I would say it's thin. It's not really that thick. That's called baked spaghetti.
I've seen this recipe that calls for like a pan fried spaghetti. I think it's a
Oh,
Spanish recipe, and I was just like, I mean, it gets to the point where it's almost. Cheese might know about this. It gets to the point where it's almost burnt, and that's like once it's almost burnt, then it's right. I'll send you the video. It was pretty amazing. I was just like, what the fuck? And I guess it's only like one or two restaurants in the world that serve this, and it's like a sought after thing. But hope everybody's planning a Christmas. Um, I would urge people. I would wanted to get some links to some good charities, but if anyone feels the urge to part with a few bucks this season, I would recommend looking up your local homeless shelters. There's single mother abused housing places that all can always take donations, like non-governmental ones. There's plenty of nonprofits. Um, don't send money to people that don't need it. That's what I would recommend, because at this time of year it breaks my heart to know that there are people out there going without, while other people are just perpetrating uh, a moral crime, in my opinion. So there's plenty of people need help. If you want to help, help.
yep, exactly, Queen Bella. It clumped because cooked too fast with no stirs. And I didn't stir it because I forgot I was cooking it because I started doing dishes. And doing dishes is very like calming for me. And so I was like, oh crap, my spaghetti. And then it was,
Cape Ray said they donate a few hours here and there at a place like that. I know they could always use volunteers. That's it. Yeah, I usually go. There's a couple different missions in Pittsburgh that I would go. Like I would choose either Christmas or Thanksgiving, go one of those days and just serve. You know, unless they needed. Like one year I went the night before and cooked a bunch of shit. Um, just nothing fancy. It was just basically green beans, corn, getting everything prepared and portioned out. But I'm in a different city. I'm away from home, so I called last week or 10 days ago to find out about Thanksgiving if they needed anyone, and they were like, no, we're good. I was like, oh, never heard that before, but it never hurts to ask. Um, it's it's tough. It's a tough thing to do if you're not familiar with like being around people that don't have a house to live in. Some people can be pretty gruff, but ultimately we're all in this together, in my opinion. So
yep, I agree. All right, Sourpuss. Any last words?
that's all I got, sweetie pie.
Yep. Well,
Um,
I will be live tomorrow at, I think, I have to look. I think I changed the time to 5:30 because there's a lot of stuff I need to organize. But always keep an eye out because you never know when the time's going to change.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. That's one thing that happened in this shit show, and everybody talking shit on me. I gained on Thanksgiving. I gained 100 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go over and sub up. I'm working on something here eventually.
yeah, and I actually let me get Oh, and I need to end the poll. I just remembered we had a poll. I totally forgot.
Yeah. If you stop on my channel, the community page, there's a little song called Canopy. It's actually an intro. Um, give it a listen and tell me if you think it's fitting. I don't know if it's too ominous sounding. I mean, I trust you guys.
All right, there it is.
I'm gonna go try to find
Oh,
Cheese's video about
shoot.
Tiny Tim.
All right, so this is Sinner's link, and then most of you already know my link, but I will drop my link as well. Oh, I have my live schedules for 4:30 tomorrow. It's going to change. It's going to be 5:30.
You and your times.
All right. Right, and
Toys
then
for
there
Tots is
is
great. Actually, when I was stationed down in San Diego, I volunteered to deliver those Toys for Tots. It's pretty slick. And I got to meet a bunch of firemen from Oceanside too. They're a bunch of good guys.
all right, y'all.
Fake smart. I'm gonna look for it as soon as we get down here. Geez. Cool. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
So yeah,
So,
yeah.
we'll do this again.
If nothing else, when you hear people out there speaking for other people, keep in mind that it's not their place, and oftentimes they don't know what's going on. So if you want to know,
Yep.
feel free to reach
It's
out to me. Emmy's an open book. She's got an email right there. So if you want to know what's up with us, ask us. It's that
yep,
simple.
easy as
Thanks.
pie. All
Yep.
righty.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, y'all.